The funeral of Catherine, Duchess of Kent, will be remembered as a historic moment in the story of the modern British monarchy. On Tuesday, 16th September at 2 p.m., a requiem mass will be held for her at Westminster Cathedral in London. This service is significant because it marks the first Catholic funeral for a member of the royal family in modern times. The announcement from Buckingham Palace confirmed that King Charles III and Queen Camilla will attend, alongside senior members of the royal family. The coffin of the Duchess of Kent will be moved the evening before from the chapel at Kensington Palace to Westminster Cathedral. In the Catholic tradition, there will be a rite of reception attended by her close family, where prayers and vespers will be said. The coffin will then rest overnight in the Lady Chapel of the cathedral before the main funeral service. This will be a private family ceremony, in line with the Duchess's own wishes, and not a state occasion. The service itself will be led by Cardinal Vincent Nichols, the Archbishop of Westminster, who is the senior Catholic leader in England and Wales. The Anglican Dean of Windsor will also play a part, underlining the unity of tradition and faith that the Duchess represented during her lifetime. After the Requiem Mass, the coffin will be taken to Frogmore, the royal burial ground at Windsor, where she will be laid to rest. This careful sequence of events reflects both royal protocol and Catholic liturgical practice, balancing history, family privacy, and religious observance. Catherine, Duchess of Kent, was 92 years old when she passed away at Kensington Palace. At the time of her death, she was the oldest living member of the royal family. Her coffin remained in the chapel there in the days leading up to the funeral, giving her family time for quiet reflection before the formal ceremonies at Westminster Cathedral. She is survived by her husband, Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, along with their 3 children, George, Earl of St. Andrews, Lord Nicholas Windsor, and Lady Helen Taylor. The significance of her funeral being held at Westminster Cathedral is tied to her personal faith. The Duchess of Kent converted to Roman Catholicism in 1994, becoming the first senior royal to do so openly in 3 centuries. That decision at the time was seen as deeply personal, yet it also carried symbolic weight given the long and often difficult history between the monarchy and the Catholic Church. The Requiem Mass now taking place in the cathedral. The Mother Church for Catholics in England and Wales reflects both her commitment to her faith and the respect shown to her wishes by the royal household. While her final farewell is steeped in history, the Duchess herself lived a life defined by compassion, service, and modesty. Born Catherine Worsley in 1933, she married Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, in 1961, entering into royal life at a time of high public expectation. For many years, she carried out official duties as a working royal, attending state events and supporting charitable causes. But what set her apart was how she blended this formal role with a quieter, more personal style of service. She became widely known for her love of music. Unlike many royals, she chose to engage directly with ordinary people, working as a music teacher at a primary school in Hull. Remarkably, the pupils and parents there often did not realize they were being taught by a member of the royal family, as she preferred to be known simply as Mrs. Kent. She supported music charities and youth initiatives, believing strongly that music could change lives. Her dedication to this cause reflected her view that royalty should serve not only by presence, but by practical action. Sport was another area where the Duchess of Kent left a visible mark. She was a familiar figure at Wimbledon, presenting trophies to winners and offering comfort to those who lost. One of the most remembered moments was in 1993, when she consoled Jana Novotná after a heartbreaking defeat in the women's final. That image of compassion became symbolic of her approach to public life, graceful, empathetic, and genuinely caring. Many tennis players, including Martina Navratilova, later paid tribute to the Duchess, with Navratilova recalling how she touched millions around the world with her kindness. In addition to her passion for music and tennis, she supported numerous charities. She was a patron of Childline, which provides support for vulnerable children, and she also worked closely with The Passage, a homeless charity based near Westminster. Her connection to such causes was not symbolic alone. She gave her time and presence to them, showing commitment to social issues that were often overlooked. Over time, the Duchess of Kent stepped back from formal royal duties, living a quieter life with her family. Yet her influence and reputation remained strong, with many remembering her as one of the most approachable and down-to-earth members of the royal family. Her decision to embrace Catholicism was another reflection of her independent spirit, guided by personal belief rather than public expectation. Following her death, tributes poured in from across the United Kingdom. The Prince and Princess of Wales described her as a much-missed member of the family, highlighting her tireless support for others and her love of music. King Charles and Queen Camilla expressed their deep sadness and appreciation for her lifetime of service and kindness. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer also paid his respects, noting how the Duchess of Kent brought compassion, dignity, and a human touch to everything she did. These tributes underline the respect she earned across political, royal, and public life. Internationally, too, her passing drew responses, especially in the sporting community. Former players and fans alike remembered her presence at Wimbledon, recalling her warmth and her natural way of interacting with athletes at their most emotional moments. In an age where many public figures struggled to connect personally, Catherine, Duchess of Kent, stood out for her ability to bridge the gap between royalty and ordinary life. Her funeral at Westminster Cathedral is therefore not only a moment of mourning, but also a marker of change. For the royal family, it represents both continuity and adaptation, respecting tradition while acknowledging the personal choices of its members. For the Catholic community in Britain, it is a powerful recognition of faith within the monarchy. And for the public, it is a chance to remember a royal figure whose life was dedicated to service, humility, and compassion. When her coffin is carried out of Westminster Cathedral and taken to Frogmore for burial, it will mark the end of a remarkable chapter. The Duchess of Kent's life story is one of quiet influence rather than headline-grabbing power. Her legacy lies in the lives she touched through music, the athletes she comforted at Wimbledon, the children she supported through charities, and the dignity she brought to her role within the royal household. Catherine, Duchess of Kent, will be remembered not only for making history with her Catholic funeral, but also for showing what it means to serve with humanity and grace. Her farewell at Westminster Cathedral is both a private family moment and a historic event for Britain, a reminder that faith, kindness, and compassion can leave a lasting mark far beyond titles and traditions.